They say hairy eggs are delicious. There are people who want a challenge. I just opened it and I regret it. It's even more disgusting than I thought. I don't know why anyone likes it. I'm trying to heat it up. It actually tastes just like normal. Just a little bit of psychological resistance. Would you like to try it? The challenge came to an island in the Philippines. The area is best known for dengue fever. If you don't take protective measures, a gnat can kill a man, plus it's infested with venomous snakes. Even the natives won't touch it. But the show still managed to trick people into challenging them. Jimmy has never been to the Philippines. Have no idea what you're getting into. The mood is so tense. I catch alligators for fun. I think I can survive in the wild. I had special training before I came here. I mean, my family doesn't really believe in me. Figured he'd be home in a few days. But I am confident that I can survive. The show gave him good marks. I really have the strength to complete the challenge. And his partner Cass is a lot more excited. I like outdoor sports very much. There's nothing I love more than taming horses. It was the father who had the most to say about the challenge. After all, it's about being naked with a strange man. But I don't care. She liked the simple, violent challenge. The only thing I'm worried about. The partner is obsessed with his own beauty. Cass thinks she's a little pretty. The show didn't give her high marks for it. I don't know if I'm going to beat you in the challenge. Actually, Jimmy's a little resistant to nudity. He was absolutely faithful to his wife. It's a lot to do for this challenge. Cassie is a lot more generous. And make the photographer look good. She doesn't want this to be her dark history. Both sides soon enter the destination. Jimmy didn't expect his partner to be so pretty, despite all the talk of loyalty. But the body responds honestly. Cass is no stranger to this. The two began to get to know each other. The first meeting went well. Check your equipment right now. Funny Jimmy brought some twine, designed to set traps. It's not a big island here. They need to get through the jungle to the other side. The nearest fresh water is in the bay. So no matter what, we need to get over there first. Two people laugh and talk to discuss the plan. Gather useful resources as you go. Cassie has a very good impression of Jimmy. Have the confidence to complete the challenge together. Just a little too many ants here. Every now and then he gets on his body and gnaws. Most worried about climbing in from below. It's going to be a lot of trouble to deal with. As much as I'd like to speed up and get away from here. But the environment doesn't allow it. It really annoys the hell out of people. Plus it's hot and humid. Dehydration is also a problem. They're in desperate need of water. Fortunately, the island is not very large. Otherwise, I'd be lost in the jungle. Now they want to see what's going on in the bay. Cass can't stand being sticky. Rinse it off immediately in the water. The mood is a lot better in an instant. The main task today is to get the fire right. He doesn't want to drink raw water. It's not supposed to rain tonight. If there's a fire to keep you warm, you don't really need shelter at night. Jimmy is going to make a fire out of bamboo. To pick up a machete is to fight the past. It's just getting dark soon. They also collected bamboo. Neither the water nor the fire are ready. Cass suggested digging a hole here for water. Even if the fire doesn't work, at least you can risk rehydration. Jimmy thinks it works too. I want to make a fire for myself. As soon as it was done, Cassie began to dig. She didn't know how deep she needed to dig, just until we can't dig anymore. Jimmy has already started preparing the fire. Wrap the bamboo scraps. These go on top of the hollow bamboo. By moving through the gaps to generate heat for fire. Things aren't going so well with Cass. You need the help of a partner, just to go back and see Jimmy still trying. This fire saw is a lot of friction. Jimmy had a burning pain in his arms. There's nothing Cass can do to help. Can only be encouraged by the side. Jimmy was already upset. My partner's still there, screaming. If nothing happens to this fire, there's no way to light it up tonight. I didn't expect the first day to be so difficult. Two people in a mood that is very low. I barely made it to dawn. I'm thirsty and tired now. Jimmy wanted to drink seawater. Let's see where we can get some water. If you can't hydrate by today, dehydration can worsen. Your body might just fall over. Still, dive into the digging water. It's their last hope. With the constant efforts of the two, finally dug a big hole. Keep digging like this. Even Jimmy trying to get up there is a big problem. You can already feel a little wet down there. I'm sure we'll get some water soon. But this dig took 3 hours. I mean, it was a success finding groundwater. But the smell really doesn't work. Feel something buried nearby. There's no better option right now. We'll have to drink it from the water. After night, two people that is exhausted. To avoid being attacked by the scorpions, take turns to watch the rest. It was so dark. That's all you can see on the screen. Cass was worried sick all night. I barely made it to dawn. I was so happy when I first got here. Just how bad it is right now. Just a little mud to protect your skin. The mood in the team is pretty heavy right now. It can't go on like this. If there is no fire and water today, this challenge is supposed to be over. So Jimmy was rubbing the bamboo like crazy. Hopefully, we'll get some ash out of it. It happens every time. Things go wrong when it comes to the crunch. After a busy day, Dehydration becomes even worse. The best thing we can do right now is find coconuts. Cass wanted her partner to hold out. Don't want to give up the challenge so early. Jimmy's condition is not good. It's best to cool down in the water first, then stay away and have a good rest. Cass is going to help him out. To my surprise, I actually found her a coconut. This is very important to Jimmy, and he didn't want to leave because he was dehydrated. After being moisturized with coconut water, they felt much more comfortable. Cass loves to play in the sea. It can relax the mental state. Jimmy wanted a whole coconut. I didn't expect to suddenly feel uncomfortable. I just threw up when I couldn't hold it in. He didn't know if it was the coconut or his body. It's just really hard thinking about drinking the water. The fear is that things will get worse. Either way, let's get the fire right, okay? So try to hold back even if it hurts. Jimmy's feeling it this time. Carefully wrap the ashes. Keep blowing air into it to help it burn. It takes so much time and energy. The fire was finally lit. That made Jimmy so happy. Just keep the fire burning. Believe that it will get better and better. Jimmy ran to the pit at once to fetch water. I don't know if it's psychological. He doesn't smell as bad as when he first came. Let's get this soup on first. Although the color doesn't look very good. But after boiling, I'm sure it's okay to drink. Just a little bit of sand. The best is to drink the surface with a straw. It'll be a little cleaner. Get water after refill. The body feels a lot better. At night, Cassie wanted to go to the bathroom far away. It's just so dark. Grab Jimmy and go with you and relax. I thought it was just too black to scare myself. I didn't realize it was a real cobra. Cass didn't want to go to the bathroom in an instant. Get back to the beach now. They both panicked. Fortunately, the snake didn't attack. The light from the camera doesn't work. If you step on it, it's scary to think about. And so the challenge came to day 4. They barely slept all night. The first thing I do when I wake up is fetch water. I didn't expect Jerry to be swimming. Cassie saw it, and it made her sick. Jimmy thinks it's a gift from nature. I can't wait to jump down and eat it. What can Cassie say? Taking out all his anger on the rats. I don't really want to eat this. The mood is quite complicated. Cassie tried to taste the rat meat. This is harder than I thought. Looks like Jimmy has it all to himself. Cass is going to set up a shelter today, and Jimmy was in charge of collecting the materials. It would be much better if we worked together. Try to finish early and get some rest. Cass also uses palm leaves for weaving, so you don't have to worry about waking up. Wanted to finish the challenge here. How to stay hydrated is the most important thing. The only thing I'm worried about is the water. The challenge is on its 8th day. There's less water in the well every day. Jimmy fears the challenge is not over. The water starts to dry up here, unless they keep digging down. Otherwise, the well is a write-off. We have to find alternative sources of water. At present, the most reliable is the banana tree. Hollow out the inner roots. It keeps the water coming up, so I was curious. That's why we didn't do it the first day. It takes about 4 or 5 hours to fill up. And to get a glass of water, this cut is not as good as well water, even after waiting so long to get some water. But Cassie thought it was better than the well water. She would rather spend more time waiting. Don't worry about water for a while. Cass promised her father before she came. I'll get dressed if I get the chance. That's why they made a coconut cover. She thought it looked pretty good. I recommend it to my sisters. The challenge is on its 9th day. They feed themselves with coconuts every day. It does taste good though, but too much is bad for your stomach. Gotta find a way to get more food. Jimmy's starving now. I feel like I can't even grab the food in front of me. Cass knows there are birds here that bury their eggs in the ground. I did a little digging myself. I can't believe they actually found it. Sure enough, knowledge can fill the stomach. Jimmy was going to eat a coconut. I didn't expect my partner to bring eggs. The mood is instantaneous. That is not good. At this point, even a little meat counts. Now the whole egg soup celebrates. What they didn't expect was to turn into a hairy egg. It looks like that's particularly gross. 2 people are really a little hard to accept. It looks okay when cooked, but it's kind of hard psychologically. If the stomach is not too hungry, Cassie really doesn't want to eat it. I spent the night thinking about the egg. Close your eyes and you'll see it. Neither of them slept much all night. It was hard to wait until dawn. I didn't think the fire would go out. No wonder it was so cold last night. It won't be easy to rekindle it. If there's no fire, I'm really not going to make it to the end. Jimmy just kept trying the fire saw rub. Hopefully, some ashes will come out. This one was harder than I thought. Each time, it went out very quickly. Jimmy tried many times to no avail. The mood was pretty low. The challenge has come to the 12th day. No burning water. Water from a banana stem is simply not enough. The most important thing is that larvae have appeared. They can't keep their fluids up. Cass thinks this challenge is over. The mood is getting worse and worse. It's not much better with Jimmy, is it? He needs time to rest. 9 days until the end of the challenge. It's really hard in this state. Cass didn't think the fire was a problem. The key is to have enough water to replenish. Jimmy really didn't expect it. The The challenge will be so hard. I'm going to break myself. I really want to quit the challenge now. Just give up like that. More or less also feel a little unwilling. And he treats his partner especially badly. Had to run to the shore to calm down. Jimmy's in a much better mood and told Cass to hang in there. I was ready to starve. You must try to hold on until the end. Cassie was very happy about it. I don't want to give up like this. Anyway, why don't we light the fire? Jimmy worked straight from day to night. It took a lot of time and effort, finally rekindling the flame. Jimmy feels much better now. I mean, I'm pretty tired right now, but look at it spiritually. I've been a lot better. It's a new day. If the water level in the well rises normally, you don't have to find water again. When Jimmy came to the well, the mentality is about to collapse again. I don't see any water down there. I had to take the bad news back with me. Cassie didn't expect such bad luck. I'm not feeling very well. Plus, there's no steady supply of water. The crew can't even watch this anymore. We need to talk to the players. No one wants anything to happen because of dehydration, though they would love to keep going. But the body just can't hold on. Finally, choose to exit the challenge together. It's such a shame. If it wasn't the water, they have a real chance of completing the challenge. I don't know if I'll get a chance to do it again. Let's look forward to the next contestant.